does a good job back there for us.
You have dreams.
A better life, a better job, a better you.
So where do you start to build the skills necessary to get there?
At West Virginia State, you are not just a number, you are who you choose to be.
You receive personal attention from award-winning faculty.
You study in nationally recognized programs.
You learn the skills that will get you the job you know you can have.
No matter where you want to go
or what you want to do,
it starts at State.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the deals are exciting. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment. That's just $99 and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Launch your healthcare career at West Liberty University. We offer health science degrees in programs like nursing, dental hygiene, speech pathology and audiology, medical lab science, pre-medicine, psychology, biomedical science, or the physician assistant program. Our faculty have the experience to prepare you for a rewarding future. There's never been a better time to prepare for a healthcare career, and there's no better place than West Liberty University. Find out more at westliberty.edu/healthcareers.
For natural gas or propane heating stoves by Buck and
is over. It's time for the Parmar Store's kickoff of Scott's Skyhawk football. Black and Gold football is brought to you by
Handley Funeral Homes,
Caldwell Garlow Insurance Agency,
Schaefer and Schaefer Attorneys at Law,
Miller Brothers Pharmacy,
Parmar Stores,
Burnside Hardware,
your local Allstate agent Liz Underwood,
Stevens Auto Center,
Boone Memorial Health,
Farrell and Hill Insurance Agency,
Barker's Hardware,
Justin Brown Insurance Agency,
Thornhill Auto Group,
People's Bank, and by
your locally owned and operated McDonald's.
And now to bring you all the action of the 100th edition of Scott's Skyhawk football, here's the voice of the Skyhawks, Joe Limple.
Thank you very much, Steve Green. Ironically, it's the 100th year of football for the Scott Skyhawks, and it's the 75th year of football for the Chapmanville Regional Tigers. And we just had captains at midfield. Chris Barrett, what happened?
Scott won the toss and elected to receive. So Chapmanville will be kicking off from our right to our left. And for those that don't know your right from your left, it is from the baseball field to the field house.
It's Gold Rush night. The Skyhawks decked out in all gold helmets with that black S on the side and the white and black stripe down the middle. The jerseys are gold with black numerals, and they've got black sleeves and bright gold pants with a big gold accent mark down the side. For the Chapmanville Regional Tigers, they're wearing white jerseys tonight with tigers across the chest, and they have black numerals, they have black pants, and that traditional black Chapmanville helmet with their logo C on each side. It looks like we are ready to go. The officials have met at midfield and have spread out, and here goes the Skyhawks off the side. They're ready to get this game underway.
I see our old buddy Charlie Short down there. I believe that this over here, you got Chad Barker.
And Chapmanville huddles up out at their 40-yard line. Kicker puts the ball down. It looks like it will be number 10 for Chapmanville. That will be Braden Strange. Will be doing the kicking for Scott. Skyhawks have got them spread out across the way. They're lined up at the 50 for the line. Got 4 return men at the 25 and 2 back at the 10. Here comes the kick from Strange. It's a low end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 30-yard line. Skyhawks stumble a little bit, get up to about the 34, and that will be all on the return from Scott's number 11, Caden Sharps. That's where Scott will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Yeah, as you said, Joe, just kind of a low angling kick there. Had to kind of come up and be able to corral it and then try to get upfield. Chapmanville's kickoff team done a really good job of not over pursuing there.
Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. They'll send twin receivers to the near side, single wide out far side. Nate Easterling will be calling your signals from the gun. Easterling calls out, takes the number, hands it off into the backfield to David Fennessy, and the Chapmanville Tigers are all over that, and he is going to go down for about a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, that's one thing right there Scott's got to kind of do in order to be a little bit less unpredictable. When David Fennessy's in there, they kind of do one thing, and then that's hand the ball off to him. He's not really been in there in passing situations. So it's kind of one of those things you can kind of cheat and kind of sell out to stop the run at times whenever he's in there.
Here comes Scott out of the huddle. Same formation once again. From the gun, Easterling calls the play. Takes the snap, hands it off to Fennessy. Once again, he is met at the line. He drags them up to the original line of scrimmage. He'll gain that 3 back he just lost, so it'll be 3rd down. Actually, he gains a yard more. It'll be 3rd down and 9 now for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, you just see right there, Fennessy, he's met in the backfield. Chapmanville's line of scrimmage, our defensive line does a really good job of getting a good push up front and disrupting the running lane that David Fennessy wants to go to, so it caused him to kind of have to cut back and find more running room, and he's met about at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and then he's just able to kind of squirt free just a little bit.
Remember, this is a rivalry game between the Tigers and the Skyhawks. Skyhawks set, ready to go on 3rd down. Easterling drops back, wants to throw. He looks left, finally throws down the middle. It is intercepted at midfield by the Chapmanville Regional Tigers.
They're calling it incomplete.
Incomplete pass. He dropped it. Had a beautiful pass. It was tipped up right into the hands of one of the defenders, and he just could not hang on to it. So Skyhawks not getting a very good start here in their opening drive tonight.
Yeah, just his initial receiver that he was looking for was Isaiah Bush, and then it was quickly covered on the slant, and he kind of had to read through his progressions there and found the receiver late.
Ryan Neal back to punt for Scott, standing back at his own 24-yard line. The snap is back by Mason Brown. The kick is away. Nice end-over-end kick. It bounces at the 35. It's picked up back at the 30. He'll go about 3 yards, and that'll be number 11 on the return for Chapmanville. And that is Andrew Topping, and that's all the return he's going to get out of it. So Chapmanville will put the ball put in play 1st and 10. It looks like at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, had a little bit of a crease on the outside there to begin with, and Scott done a really good job of getting to him and able to bring him down to not let that be a big gain on the kick or punt return.
Dakota Dalton will be calling signals for Chapmanville. He's a freshman. They'll go with twin receivers to the near side.
Back-to-back weeks with freshman quarterback.
Yeah, for sure. Go triple receivers near side, single running back. Dalton calls the numbers. The running back, now they got a man in motion. Takes a snap, hands it off to number 7. He is caught from behind and brought down on the run is Robert Cook for a gain of 2.
Yeah, that time just a simple off-tackle play right there. Kind of ran around the right side. Is able to get outside the contain man, the defensive end on that far side, and able to get upfield and was dragged down by a shoestring tackle in order to. But he did gain a 3-ish yards there.
We'll give him 3. 2nd and 7. Chapmanville goes with the same formation. 3 wideouts to the near side. Single running back. Fakes pass complete in the backfield, and he is caught by Carson Brenniger and a whole host of Scott Skyhawks. On the catch out there, once again, is number 11, Andrew Topping. And let's see where they spot it. He may get 2 out of it, and that'll be it. Looks like they're going to give him 1. They have 2. 3rd down and 5 now for Chapmanville.
That play right there was made by Carson Brenniger out here on this short side defensive back position. He done a really good job of fighting through the block of the Chapmanville. They were trying to set up a little screen pass right there, and Carson does a really good job of fighting off that block and making a tackle.
Dalton calls the numbers, and a flag on the play. Looks like we got motion against the Chapmanville line, and that is the signal. They will assess the 5-yard penalty against Chapmanville. That will bring up 3rd down and 10 now for the Tigers. You see this sea of red down here of these young cheerleaders helping the Scott cheerleaders tonight. I've got a couple granddaughters mixed in that bunch somewhere. I don't know if I can find them or not. Here we go, Chapmanville out of the huddle. They'll go twin receivers to the far side, single wide out to the near side, and with the play clock at 10, Chapmanville's unsure of their play. The clock keeps rolling. Dalton looking at their wrist, trying to get the play off. 2 seconds. Got a man in motion. They get the ball off, and he is caught from behind by, is that number 65?
Peanut Brown was the initial one that got a hand on him, but it was kind of forced back into the middle of that Scott defensive line, and then Will Toller come in and assisted.
The runner, loss of a yard on the play, 4th down and 12 now for Chapmanville.
It was Robert Cook on the carry for the Chapmanville Tigers.
Back to punt for Chapmanville is Caleb Burford, standing back at his own 21-yard line. Good snap. And Peanut Brown was in there quick. Ball rolls. It is taken at the 40 or the 37, across the way to the 50, all the way down to the Chapmanville 45-yard line. On the return was Carson Brenniger for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, that was a low line drive kick, and the hop off of the bounce was perfect for Carson Brenniger to get ahead of steam. There is a flag over there on the far sidelines, and it is going to be on Scott. It's going to be on David Fennessy over there, as he's going to get called for holding. Blocking the back, I'm sorry. Either or, really.
Penalty
jersey too,
flag thrown at the Chapmanville 49. That will put the ball back to the Scott 42-yard line. 10-yard penalty. Scott will go with a single receiver to the near side. Twin receivers far side. Easterling from the gun. Hands it off to David Fennessy. Fennessy runs into a wall of white jerseys at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, maybe a gain of a yard, and that'll be all. They are going to give him a yard, so it'll be 2nd and 9 now for the Skyhawks. Ball is going to be spotted at the Scott 43-yard line. 2nd down. Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. Brenniger and Clark lines up to the near side. Easterling from the gun. Long count. Play clock at 3. They get the snap off. Hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy spins at the line. He goes forward. He falls over the 50 down to the 49-yard line. That's going to be close to a 1st down. And I think they're going to be inches short.
That was all effort right there from David Fennessy. He was actually about 2 yards into past the line of scrimmage. He was wrapped up, just kept those legs turning, and whenever they tried to tackle him, he just kind of rolled with the tackle and was able to gain about 3 or 4 more yards due to that little roll. He's just one of those guys that keeps the legs turning. He's hard to bring down.
3rd and a short 1 for Scott. Here they come out of the huddle. Scott going to run a tight formation. No receivers out wide. Easterling goes under center. Brenniger in motion. Hands it off up the middle, and Scott will fall forward. And it looks like they've got the 1st down.
No, they didn't gain anything.
Well, maybe
that far official over there, he immediately kind of dove forward. I don't know if he fell or what, but the give was the Caden Septum.
He did not give us nothing.
I don't think we gained anything, to be honest with you. He either fell or was trying to lunge forward, but he went down right at the line of scrimmage. That was actually a really good spot.
Skyhawks going for it here on 4th down, going with a tight formation once again. Easterling will go under center. 3 running backs.
Watch the pitch here to Carson Brenniger on this play.
And the quarterback keeper goes right up the middle, easily picks up the 1st down that time. Quarterback keeper by Easterling. He'll gain about 2 or 3, and it'll be 1st down Scott.
That's me a gain of 3, and that time I think Chapmanville, seeing that formation, Scott lined up, just flipped it. They knew that Carson Branniger at times in the past, they've pitched it out to him on a pitch play when he goes in motion. This time he does it, and then Eastling's just kind of able to go right up the middle for a 3-yard gain and pick up the first down.
1st and 10, Scott. Ball resting at the Chapmanville 46-yard line. Skyhawks run a tight formation once again. Easterling goes under center. Takes it, hands it off to Fennessy in the backfield. Fennessy still on his feet, all effort. Hit at the line of scrimmage, goes forward for 2, maybe 3. About 2.5, looks like.
That time it's shades of the Navy, the Army, and military schools type offense right there. Is they fake it to the up man, which is Caden Sutphin, and then hand it to the second man through, which is David Fennessy. And he, at first, I thought he was going to be able to get around that outside, but Chapmanville does a really good job of not breaking contain and forcing him back in.
Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. Got twin receivers far side. Easterling from the gun. Here comes Branniger in motion. They toss it to Branniger on the speed sweep. He's across the 40, 35. He is going to be almost, he's wrapped up. No, they get him away. He cuts to the middle of the field. He's into the end zone for a Scott Scout touchdown. 44 yards on the run for Carson Branniger.
It's a pass play.
Well, I didn't even see the pass. It was a short toss.
It was the Branniger comes in motion, and it's the pop pass where they just kind of flip it forward to him, and then he takes off. But, it goes down as a passing touchdown for 44 yards for Carson Branniger from Nate Eastern.
So Scott will try to kick the extra point. It will be Tucker Breelove on the kick. Cole Elkins the holder. Mason Brown is the long snapper for the Skyhawks. Long count, snap is back, ball down, kick is away, looks good from here, and it is good. Skyhawks jump out to a 7-0 lead with 4:26 to go here in the first quarter. We'll keep it here as Scott, the first drive looked a little flat, made a couple changes, and looked much better in that second drive, Chris Barrett.
Well, the difference between the first drive and the second drive was the up front play of the offensive line. The first drive, Chapmanville was doing a really good job of getting a push and filling the gaps. They were playing assignment football and playing gap football and just kind of forcing David Fennessy to abandon his initial running lane and having to cut back. This time Scott does a really good job of firing off the ball on the offensive line and getting good pushes, and aided by David Fennessy having that extra little oomph behind him and being able to fall forward for a couple times to get to be able to put Scott in good, manageable downs.
Tucker Breelove has it teed up for Scott at their 40. They'll be kicking toward the south end of the end zone, toward the baseball field. He is set and ready. Signals to the left side, signals to the right side of the line. And the kick is a high end over end kick. It is fielded at the 16-yard line. They'll go up the right side of the field, cross the 25 to the 30. On the return is
Andrew Topping.
Yep, number 11 for Chapmanville Regional. They will spot the ball at the Chapmanville 30. First down, Tigers.
14-yard pickup on the kick return there for Andrew Topping.
And the Tigers will send twin receivers near side, single wide out to the far side. And they keep a couple in tight. Dalton from the gun. Drops back, rolls left, fires across the middle. It is complete, and they miss him on the tackle. Tackle made by Scott's number 52. That is Ty Mitchell, who leads the Skyhawks on defense in tackles. But they will get the gain all the way up to the 46-yard line. First down, Chapmanville.
16-yard pickup for the Chapmanville Tigers, and it was just a simple little curl route. Sets down in the soft spot of the zone, and Dalton does a good job of finding him.
Dalton from the gun this time hands it off, and a reverse in the backfield. He first handed it off to Robert Cook. Then the handoff went to number 33, it looks like.
Elijah Pridemore.
So no gain on the play as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Scott done a really good job of staying home right there.
Chapmanville will go with dual receivers near side. Dalton drops pitches back to the lone running back. He's got some room. He has to make a sidestep, still on his feet, and he goes out of bounds down near the Scott 35-yard line. Big play, first down Tigers.
Yeah, it's a toss play out of the shotgun position, and Dalton kind of struggles because Cook kind of went out wide, a little wider quicker than what he was expecting, and kind of had a little trouble getting it there at first, so Cook had to kind of wait for it to get there, and then he's able to find a lot of running room on this near side of the field.
1st and 10, Chapmanville. Now they'll go twin receivers far side. A halfback and a flex back. Drops back, rolls right, fires one down the field. It is complete. Inside the 20 or just outside the 25. He moves forward after catching the ball a couple yards, and they're going to pick up another first down with about a 12 or 13-yard pass play.
And that's, again, it's Andrew Topping coming up with the catch. That seems to be his favorite receiver so far. They're rolling the pocket out, not allowing Scott to get a good rush on the freshman quarterback. They're rolling him out. He's done a good job of setting his feet, and they're running that curl out right in the soft spot of the zone, and Dalton's delivering a really good ball.
Chapmanville set and ready. Under center, hands it off to the lone man in the backfield. Caught by Mitchell in the backfield. Spins around the runner, which is Robert Cook. And no gain on the play.
Yeah, give him maybe a
foot. Yeah, that's going to be all. I'm going to call it no gain. 2nd and 10. Tigers looking over to.
What do you know? They give him a yard. End up giving him a yard over here.
Oh, well. They are set and ready from the gun. Dalton drops back, looking. Fires a Hail Mary down the field. Got a man wide open. Overthrows his intended target down toward the field house. That is number 11, Andrew Topping. That was just quarterback just put too much ump on it.
Yeah, that's a touchdown if he's able to complete that pass.
Yeah,
Andrew Topping found, again, the wide middle. If it was wide open for Scott, that time they didn't roll the pocket. They let him set back in a traditional style pocket. He does a good job of standing tall, and Andrew Topping, he kind of runs that little seam post route. And, again, if Dalton's able to deliver a good football, that's a touchdown easy all day.
Yep, he was wide open. Chapmanville set and ready. Dalton rolls right. Looking downfield, fires one away, overthrows, throws it away. Incomplete. 4th down.
That time they roll the pocket again towards the far sideline, Chapmanville sideline. And he actually has a man down there, and I believe it was number 2 for Chapmanville, which is Wesley Watts, was there at the sideline and was open. But Dalton leads him a little bit too far outside, and Watts isn't able to haul it in.
They're going for the field goal. They're going for a 40-yard field goal.
We've heard this kid can kick.
He is set up and ready. Number 84. Ball is back. Kick is away. It is going to come up short. Kick is no good. And Scott will take over on downs.
I don't fault Chapmanville because he was making those in warm-ups. He really was. Now it's a different situation when there's a rush and a big crowd, and warm-ups it's different. Nobody rushing you. You're able to get a clean kick off. But he was making them in warm-ups down here from actually further distance than that.
So Scott will take over on downs at their own 20 after the missed field goal by Chapmanville. Scott is ready. Triple receivers near side. There goes Brenniger in motion. Hand off to, and they're going to get him in the backfield once again, David Fennessy, and he is not happy. He smacks the ground as he gets up. He is going to lose a couple on the play, loss of a yard anyway. It'll be 2nd down 11 for Scott.
Yeah, just right now, the last drive, Scott's offensive line done a better job of getting pushes up front, but right there where they revert back to that first drive where they were kind of just getting manhandled up front by Chapmanville.
1:37 on the game clock here in the first quarter. Skyhawks lead it 7-0. Skyhawks out of the huddle. They will send Bush wide to the far side. Clark wide to the near side. Easterling, and it's a bad snap over Easterling's head, and he will dive on it back at the 2-yard line. So a big loss for Scott. They'll lose about 16 yards on that play. And third down will be long for Scott. Actually, they're going to spot it back at the 4-yard line.
Third and 27.
Yeah. Wow.
We will say this is a very inexperienced offensive line, even though this is the 4th game of the season for the Skyhawks. A lot of these guys were fill-ins last year, rotating players in, and this is the first time Zach McNeely has played center.
Here we go. In the end zone, they're going to hand it off to Brenniger, and he will run the ball. Actually, no, that was Caden Suppin on the carry. He will carry the ball all the way out to the Scott 11-yard line. Actually, they're going to spot it at the 10.5, but it'll be 4th down for Scott. Ryan Neal on the punt.
Yeah, they try to run a little counter play right there where it looks like that they're going to go to the left or near sideline, and he actually cuts back, goes back to the right, and it catches Chapmanville off guard just a little bit. There's a seam there, but only able to get up to the 12-yard line.
We got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Scott leads at 7-0 here on the Skyhawk Sports Network.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
Come see us at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with 3rd row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down Corridor G to get the best prices you'll ever see.
Back to more Scott Skyhawk football here on WZAC.
4th down and long for the Skyhawks. They got the ball all the way back at their own 10-yard line. Ryan Neal standing to punt at the goal line. Chapmanville has a couple return men back at the 40. Snap is back. Good snap. Neal has some time. It's a high spiraling kick. It will take a Chapmanville bounce. Now it takes it took a Scott bounce and then a Chapmanville bounce and back to a Scott bounce, but it'll be downed at the 44-yard line as the first quarter ends. The score, the Scott Skyhawks 7, the Chapmanville Regional Tigers 0. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network and Video Productions.
Nathan. And Sydney here on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Check out this awesome special we have for you at Thornhill Toyota.
Get in the game with a new 2024 Toyota Crown now with $4,100 off TSRP. Your new Toyota is here at Thornhill.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
Skyhawks on Z92.
1 quarter in the books. We're ready to get quarter number 2 underway as the Skyhawks lead it by a score of 7-0. Chapmanville has the ball at the Scott 44-yard line. Dalton, the quarterback for Chapmanville from the gun, takes it, and a flag at the snap and a motion call against Chapmanville. It'll be 1st and 15 for the Tigers. They move the ball back to the Scott 48-yard line. The Tigers come out of the huddle wearing their black and white uniforms. Actually, they got a C on the chest instead of Tigers. Twin receivers near side. Quarterback from the gun. Takes a snap, hands it off to the man in the backfield. He gets to the line of scrimmage, falls forward, but then he's knocked back a yard. He might have gained 1. It'll be 2nd down 14.
Yeah, inside handoff play where Robert Cookie's trying to get around the outside right there, but Scott does a really good job. David Fennessy forces him back inside to the teeth of that Scott defensive line.
Empty backfield. Quarterback goes under center. Drops back, wants to pass, rolls right. He's under some pressure. He throws it away, and that should be a flag. He is inside the hash, and no flag thrown. He is still inside the flash.
They're talking about it.
Grounding.
So that should have been intentional grounding.
He was outside of the pocket, but the ball, there was no intended receiver.
He didn't throw the ball 10 yards. The officials are back there talking about it.
Pass incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
And Charlie Short, one of the officials, comes over and talks to Jeremy Dolan. No flag. 3rd down 14. Fires pass complete to the near side. Pitch back to a running back. He's got some room down the sidelines. He is knocked out of bounds. Robert Cook ended up with the ball, and he was taken out of bounds by number 0 for the Skyhawks, Isaiah Bush.
Yeah, that time they run a little hook and lateral, shades of Billy Bob and Tweeter there. They run topping on the curl route right there, and they bring Cook underneath, and they hit him on the curl route, and then he gets out of bounds or gets up the field.
Tigers go with 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Dalton, the quarterback, got a man in motion. Hands it off to number 7. Once again, he breaks through the line of scrimmage. He's inside the 15 for a gain of about 8 on the play. Well, actually a gain of about 5, it looks like.
Yeah, gain of 13 on, or I'm sorry, to the 13-yard line, gain of 5 on the play for Robert Cook.
Tigers will go with twin receivers far side. Dalton from the gun calling signals. Hands it off to Cook. Flag on the play. Stops the clock.
False.
With 10:39, Skyhawks lead it by a touchdown, 7-0. And that'll be another motion call against the Tigers. That's their second one. Tigers will go with twin receivers to the far side, single wide out to the near side this go round. Play clock at 10. Tigers set and ready. Dalton from the gun. And it's a bad snap. He's caught from behind, but he gets the pitch off to number 7, who gets around to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard on the carry, Robert Cook. Carries the ball for Chapmanville, gets maybe a yard, 2 yards. Second down, 13. Third down and 13, actually.
3rd and 8.
Okay.
The false start penalty was on 2nd and 5.
Okay, you're right. 3rd down and 8. That's what I get for not looking at the sticks.
It's okay. That's why I'm here, to help you out every now and
Okay,
then.
I appreciate it. Here we go. Chapmanville set and ready. Dalton from the gun. Drops back, wants to pass. Throws one down toward the end zone. It is caught in the end zone. Looks like by number 12. That is Benji Adkins is who I've got.
That's who it is. And that was just a jump ball. He seen Benji Atkins. He kind of beats his defender late, and he just kind of throws it up. And Benji Atkins does a good job jumping up and coming down with it right at the goal line and getting in for a touchdown.
And that was good for
16 yards.
16 yards for the Tigers. They pull within one. They are going to attempt to kick the extra point. The holder is set. Ball is low. The kick is up. It looks good from here. It is good. So the Chapmanville Regional Tigers tie up the game with 10:07 to go here from Skyhawk Field. We'll keep it here as the Tigers bounce back and put 7 on the board. Pass comes from Dakota Dalton.
I mean, right now, Scott's lucky that Chapmanville is kind of shooting themselves in the foot. They had some momentum in that last drive, and the false start penalty making it 3rd and 10 is what ended up costing them, and then not being able to complete the pass over on the sideline on 3rd and 10 to try to move the chains caused them to have to settle for a long field goal. It ended up was a miss, but. Right now, Scott's got to figure out. Chapmanville's doing a really good job of moving the pocket. They're not allowing the freshmen to set tall in a traditional pocket, and not allowing Scott's defensive line and front 7 to really get after the quarterback. So it's going to be on the secondary to kind of stay at home and play assignment football.
Back to kick for the Tigers is number 21, Ashton McClanahan. Skyhawks have 6 guys back deep, 4 at the 25, 2 at the 10. And the kick is a low end-over-end kick. It is fielded at the 30 by Sharps. He's across the 35. He goes toward the middle of the field, across the 40, still on his feet. And he's brought down at the 40, about the 43-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it was spotted at the 44. That's where the Skyhawks will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Yeah, just kind of a little pooch punt over towards the sideline. What that does is it kind of allows your kickoff team to get down and have good coverage. That's where you really got to make sure that you're not over pursuing, though, and allowing gaps for the return man to run through.
Easterling from the gun. Quad receivers out, twins on each side. Hands it off up the middle. It goes to the running back. On the carry is David Fennessy, late flag. So
it's a gain of 4 right now, up to the 48.
And we're going to see, still waiting on the officials to make the call. They are going to mark it off against Chapmanville. Personal foul against the Tigers. That'll be 15-yard penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. That will move the ball all the way down to the Chapmanville 37-yard line. First down, Skyhawks.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I didn't see anything.
Could have been somebody flapping their jaws. Here we go. Skyhawks will send twin receivers to each side of the field. Easterling from the gun. Easterling takes a snap. Hands it off once again to Fennessy. He breaks across the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a gain of 12. Another flag.
Another one.
That'll be a gain of 12 on the run for Scott.
David Fennessy on the carry. Flag on the play.
Fennessy just busted that Chapmanville line. And it's going to go, looks like they're facing toward Chapmanville once again. We're waiting on the officials to make the call. Now they're going to mark it off against the Tigers. They'll mark the penalty off from the 25-yard line. It'll be half the distance on the 15-yard penalty. Skyhawks have it 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Once again, Skyhawks go at that same formation, twins each side. Fennessy, the lone running back, hands it off to Fennessy up the middle. Fennessy runs into the wall, backs up, goes right, trying to get around to the outside. He's inside the 10, down to the 5, goes out of bounds, and tackled, and there goes another flying yellow flag.
Yes.
That'll be another first down, automatic first down.
David Finney on the carry.
They literally tackled him out of bounds, way out of bounds.
That was blatant, man. He tackled him on the stinking track over there.
So the officials talking things over down around the 5-yard line. They're marking the ball currently at the 4. Still waiting. Personal foul, Chapmanville. That's 3 in a row.
First down.
And that'll be half the distance to the goal line. And Scott will take a timeout to reset. 9:11 on the clock here in the second quarter. We're tied up at 7 apiece here from Skyhawk Field between Scott and Chapmanville.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
Hey, it's Sydney at Thornhill Toyota, and I've got the deal for you.
WZAC, Danville, Madison, West Virginia.
Back at Skyhawk Field after 3 unsportsmanlike penalties in a row. Scott has it first and goal at the 2-yard line. 9:11 to go here in the second quarter, and we're tied up at 7 apiece between Chapmanville and Scott, with the Skyhawks deep in the red zone and knocking on the door. Skyhawks will send twin receivers to the far side. Single wide out to the near side in the form of Carson Brenniger. Other side will be Bush and Clark. Easterling from the gun. Easterling calls the numbers, takes it, hands it off to David Finney, and they catch him at the line of scrimmage. And not sure if he gained anything at all, going right up the middle. Still waiting on the officials.
I think they're giving him to the 1-yard line. It was spotted at the 1.5.
Yeah, we'll give him a yard. It'll be second and goal now from the 1.
But if you're Coach Zach Belcher on the Chapmanville sideline, you have to be furious because you've given Scott 30 yards of
45, pretty much.
15, 12, and 2 due to the half the distance. So you've given 30 yards of field position for the Skyhawks here.
Skyhawks set and ready. Tight formation. Easterling under center. Hands it off to Caden Sharps. They've got him wrapped around the head and everywhere else. And he gets to the line of scrimmage, going to maybe lose a yard.
Lost 2. Back to 3.
And they're going to mark it at the 4. Loss of 3.
Brings up third down.
Third down and goal from the 4.
Right here's where you got to try to get Carson Branniger out in space. Send him in motion, do that toss play out of that tight formation that you've done in the past, whatever you got to do. But right here's where you got to get Carson Branniger the football in space.
Here you go. Branniger goes wide. Clark goes wide. Bush goes wide. Quarterback hands it off to Branniger. Branniger trying to get around the outside. He cuts. He goes in. Turns at the 5. Yeah. Flags flying everywhere once again.
It's going to be on Scott this time.
Is that what on us?
Yeah. It's going to be on the Skyhawks. A late hit on Zach McNeely.
So when you think this game can't get any worse, it goes south for the Skyhawks. Personal foul against Scott. That will hurt deeply. They'll get the full 15-yard backwards. That'll move the ball back to the 18-yard line. Third and goal for Scott. Finney comes out of the lineup. Caden Sharp's in at running back. Bush and Clark lines up wide. And a flag at the snap.
Thing is that happened after the play, so therefore it is fourth down.
And it looks like we've got a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 7:34 to go in the first half. Tied up 7-7 between Scott and Chapmanville.
Tint Guy has big news. The newest location is now open in Barbersville. Voted best in the Valley since 2020. Getting your windows tinted is now twice as easy. Go to the best, the Tint Guy.
Hey, Tint Guy here. Come see us at our new location in Barbersville.
With Erie Insurance here at Caldwell Insurance Agency, I want to provide you with the best customer service available. I want to provide you with coverages that nobody else can provide you with, along with affordable rates. I promise you, when you come in this office, we will take better care of you than anybody else. Provide you with the best auto insurance, homeowners insurance, and life insurance. I want our family to be able to take care of your family, and I promise you we will be able to do that here at Caldwell Insurance Agency.
Scott, 4th and goal. Easterling from the gun, takes a snap, drops back, hails one down the far side, and it's through the hands. Caden Sharps back in the corner of the end zone. The ball was there. He was open in the corner, just could not hang on to it, and Chapmanville will take over on downs. After they committed 3 personals, they get the ball back.
Yeah, we had 4 personal foul penalties called in the span of 5 plays there. 3 against Chapmanville, 1 against Scott. And
Scott's
the most costly because it brought up 4th and goal from the 15 or 18-yard line.
And the officials call a timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 18.
They're trying to get the chains set over on that far
side.
Yeah,
shaking those guys over. Must have went to sleep, took a nap or something over there. So they are getting those set. It will be 1st and 10 from the Chapmanville 18 for the Tigers.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Quarterback for the Tigers is number 15, Dakota Dalton. He's a freshman listed at 6'2", 210. The main running back so far tonight has been Andrew Topping and Robert Cook.
I really like what Chapmanville's doing for the freshman quarterback. They're rolling him out, not allowing Scott to be able to get a good, clean rush off. They're rolling him out a rolling pocket to the side that they're throwing on, and he's doing a really good job for the most part of delivering good balls. He had the one miscue over on the sideline that I wasn't able to connect with to keep the chains moving, but other than that, he's done a really good job.
2 Chapmanville receivers line up wide far side. 2 float from the left side to the right side. Here we go. From the gun, quarterback pitches to the backfield to number 7, Cook. He turns upfield. He runs into a wall of gold jerseys after a gain of maybe 2 over there.
Brought down by Caden Sharps.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah, I think Chapmanville, they understand that they're not going to find much running room in between the tackles. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to get Cook out into space. It's a little bit different of offense of what we're used to seeing from Chapmanville with the new head coach, Zachary Belcher. We've seen a lot of I-formation power run from Chapmanville in the past. This time they're more shotgun than what we're used to.
2nd down 7 for the Tigers. Twin receivers out to the far side of the field. Dalton goes from the gun. Cook to his left. Hands it off to Cook. Hands it off once again in the backfield. They're trying to throw some misdirections in there. He gets to the line of scrimmage, and no more. On the carry for Chapmanville will be,
and a host from the Skyhawks.
Looks like
3rd down.
Number 13.
We have an injury.
33 is the ball carrier. That is Aiden White. He is injured on the play, and we have an official timeout. 6:25 to go in the first half. Skyhawks and the Tigers tied up at 7. Scott's got to make some adjustments at halftime. This is like the 3rd game we have seen them play. You thought they would really move the ball well, and they've not. I mean, they've moved it well that one drive. But, they got to be able to come up with some points on
and honestly, that one drive was a 44-yard Carson Brenninger just making people miss. I mean, they kind of had him cut off there on the edge, and he's able to cut back and find a running lane. But right now, the Scott offense, they're not moving the football. That's why you've got to be upset if you're head coach Zachary Belcher, because outside of that one play, Scott's not been able to move the football, and you gave him 30 yards of offense on penalties last drive.
Player gets up, walks off the field, be 3rd down and
6.
6. Triple receivers out to the near side. Dalton from the gun. Dalton drops back, looking left. Fires one out in the flat, and he's hit immediately. It is number 0 for Scott making the tackle, Isaiah Bush. I mean, as soon as he was there, they made the tackle. And that's a no gain on the play?
Loss of
2. Okay. So it'll be, I'm showing 4th down and a short 3, or a short 7, long. I'm going to call it 4th and 7.
Yeah, they were trying to get that little curl route back to Topping at the first down marker. Scott done a really good job of locating him and finding him, and he had to throw out the swing pass to Watts.
The Burford back to punt. No, they throw it. They go for the play, and they drop the ball. Number 17 for Chapmanville Regional. The ball right in his hands. Austin Killen can't hang on it. He drops it. Scott will take over deep in Chapmanville territory.
First down, Scott.
Yeah, don't think I would have run that way.
I mean, it was open. If you pick it up, you're sitting over there and you're saying, yeah, we got one. But that's a tough place to do it, and putting your defense back in a tough spot.
Scott has the ball on the Chapmanville 21. 5:24 to go in the second quarter. We're tied. Easterling from the gun, drops back, looking to pass. Got a man open, he tosses it over to David Fennessy, and Fennessy can't hang on to the ball. Incomplete pass. And he had a little bit of running room to boot.
Yeah, that's the first time we've really seen David Fennessy get involved in the passing game here. He's primarily just been a guy that they turn around and hand the ball off to. This time they try to get him involved in the passing game, and it just kind of gets right through his hands as he's trying to haul it in and turn the corner.
2nd and 10 for Scott. Now they come out of the huddle. Sharps will line up wide to the near side, along with Carson Brenniger. Bush lines up wide to the far side as well as Clark. Easterling rolls right. He's got some room. He turns upfield. He is caught from behind at the 15-yard line. And another late flag.
I think they're going to get Chapmanville for another unsportsmanlike.
The ball will be spotted at the Chapmanville 16, waiting on the officials. They're signaling first down, so it will be another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Chapmanville. They'll move the ball half the distance from the 15. It'll be first down Scott at the 8. 1st and goal. Game clock at 5:05 and turning. Scott and Chapmanville tied at 7. Scott will send twin receivers to both sides of the ball. Easterling from the gun. Turns it around and hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy up the middle. He is into the end zone.
He fumbled the football.
Anyway, Scott come up with a touchdown. I guess it was Fennessy that scored the touchdown on the 8-yard run.
He came up with a football. I don't know how they didn't mark him down at the half-yard line right there.
His knees were down. So David Fennessy on an 8-yard run for Scott. Tucker Breelove on to kick the extra point at 4:47 to go here in the second quarter. Cole Elkins on to hold. Mason Brown, the snapper. Long count. Ball's down, kick is away, and it is good. He kicked that thing through the field house down there. But Breelove comes up with the extra point, and Scott jumps out to a 14-7 lead with 4:47 to go here in the second quarter. So Scott starting to get things, but on the other hand of the ball, on the other side of the ball, Chapmanville shooting themselves in the foot with, they've got 4 unsportsmanlike penalties at least.
Yeah, and you add in the 4 false start penalties that they've had, and you're now easily closing in on the 60, 70-yard penalty mark, and I can tell you exactly how many they got right now. It is 8 penalties for 60 yards at this present time. So what we're normally seeing out of teams for an entire game, Chapmanville's got that in about 20 minutes.
Scott will be kicking from our right to left. Tucker Breelove on to kick for Scott. He has got it teed up at the 40. Now he'll take his steps backwards. He'll line up at about the 36-yard line, or 31-yard line rather. About a 9-yard stride up to the kick. Chapmanville has 3 deep. And here comes Breelove's kick. It is a high end over end kick. It is fielded at the 25 by number 11. And he will be taken out of bounds. That's Andrew Topping on the return.
Andrew Topping's on the return, forced out of bounds by number 32, Carter McClung.
Carter McClung on the tackle for Scott. They'll spot the ball at the, looks like right at the 30. And that's where Chapmanville will start their drive. Actually, the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers. 4:42 on the clock here in the second quarter. Triple receivers far side, single wide out to the near side for Chapmanville. Dalton goes from the gun, got a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, gives it to Cook. Cook goes to the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a yard, and that'll be all.
Yeah, they brought a man in motion. Around this from the far side to the near side, and they fake the handoff to him and then give an inside give to Cook, and just was met right at the line of scrimmage, and luckily to fall forward for about a yard gain.
2nd and 9 for the Chapmanville Regional Tigers. They're out of the huddle, lined up, twin receivers to the far side, single wide out to the near side. Dalton got a man in motion, fakes the handoff. Fires the pass, little screen pass to the far side of the field, and he is taken down for, looks like a 1-yard loss on the catch over there. I believe that was number 12. And it goes back a yard, 3rd down and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, I guess they didn't gain any, so didn't lose any either.
Yeah, just tried to throw a screen pass out there. But, Scott, they've done a fantastic job all season of getting off blocks. Their secondary getting off blocks and coming up and making big plays to stop these quick passes.
Triple receivers near side this time for Chapmanville. Drops back. Quarterback looking upfield. He's caught. He gets away from one. He is sandwiched back at the 34-yard line. And he'll gain 4, but it'll be 4th down and 5 for Chapmanville.
Tackle brings up 4th down for the Tigers.
It was Will Toller and a whole host of Skyhawk tacklers in there. We have a timeout with 3:11 to go in the quarter. We'll step aside for a quick timeout as well. Scott leads this one 14-7 over Chapmanville.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
Come see us at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in.
On the Skyhawks Sports Network.
4th down and 5 for Chapmanville. Punter stands back at his own 22-yard line. And the snap is back. The kick is away. And it will go out of bounds up around midfield. Let's see where they spot it. Oh, man, he got a generous spot for the Tigers. He's got it all the way back at the 45. But that's where Scott will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Ball landed 8 yards out of bounds at the 40.
I know. That's what I say. There's no way that ball went out at the 45. Here we go. Skyhawks coming out of the huddle. Triple receivers wide out to the near side. Single wide out to the far side for Scott. Brenniger in motion. And somebody else must have called a timeout.
Timeout, Chapmanville.
Tigers want to take a timeout. We will keep it here. 3:05 on the game clock here in the second quarter. Skyhawks lead Chapmanville by a score of 14-7. The wind still briskly blowing pretty stout here. It looks like it's going from pretty much directly west. Now that would be east. That's north that way, so that'd be blowing directly to the east. I know that hurricane was moving to the west. What do you... Go ahead. What are you laughing at? Did I say it backwards again?
We're all turned around up here.
Yeah,
right
I know
now,
it.
So.
Let me get my handy-dandy compass out here. Anyway, Sharps lined up wide to the near side. Skyhawks twin receivers. Actually, they'll go triple receivers far side. Easterling from the gun. Here comes Brenniger in motion. They hand it off in the backfield to Fennessy. He runs into a wall, turns upfield past the line of scrimmage. They had him stopped, but he got out of it. He's up to the 50-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 now for Scott. That was all effort because he run into a wall of Chapmanville Tiger defenders back there. I don't know how he got out of it, but he did.
He was actually stopped for a yard loss and just kind of emerged out of the pile.
Easterling fires to the near side, complete to Brenniger. Brenniger across the 50, 45, 40, still on his feet, down the sideline to the near side, taken out of bounds inside the 30. He was tackled out of bounds, no flag. And number 11 for Chapmanville, that is Andrew Topping getting up a little slow. But that will make the first down for Scott at the Chapmanville 28-yard line. 1st and 10, Skyhawks.
Yeah, that's what you got to do, and I'm sure that's something that head coach Zachary Belcher and his coaching staff said to the Tigers all week was we can't lose where Carson Brenniger is on the field on the offensive side of the ball.
Here goes Skyhawks, triple receivers far side, got a man in motion. Hands it off up the middle to Fennessy. Fennessy down to the 25-yard line. He'll pick up about 3, maybe 4 on the play. Looks like he's going to pick up 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Skyhawks moving the ball quickly. Still 2:25 on the game clock. Triple receivers far side, single wide out near side. Easterling from the gun takes a snap. Fires a pass complete across the field. It is good too. Carson Brenniger, he's down inside the 20, cuts back the other way, inside the 15, goes down at the 14. And it'll be a 1st down for the Skyhawks.
That's a pickup of 11 on the play, and that was all Carson Brenniger out there. Another little bubble screen out. Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play.
Yep.
And Scott's moving back.
That don't look good. And looks like it's going to be a holding call against Scott. We'll move the ball back, which we thought was going to be a 1st down. Now it's 2nd down and 18. 2nd and 18. Triple wide outs to the far side. Single wide out to the near side. Easterling throws it down. It's complete to Brenniger. Brenniger still on his feet inside the 30. Taken out of bounds over on the far side. Actually, that was number 0 on the catch, Isaiah Bush. Was it Bush or Brenniger? Now I'm confused. There comes Brenniger out of the pile as well. I think it was Brenniger. Sharps and Bush line up near side. Single wide out to the far side. Easterling calls the numbers, takes a snap, drops back, looks to the near side. He's in some trouble. He is going to go down for a hard sack. and the ball pops out, but he was definitely down because they slammed him to the ground, which was totally uncalled for.
Brings up fourth down.
Fourth down and along 12, 13. Fourth down and 13. Easterling over talking to Scott Coach, and I'm thinking they're going to take a timeout, let the clock roll down. And that's what Scott's going to do, play clock at 5. Scott will take a timeout. We'll take one as well. 1:08 on the game clock as Scott takes a timeout. Scott 14, Chapmanville 7, here from the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Nathan.
And Sydney here on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Check out this awesome special we have for you at Thornhill Toyota.
Get in the game with a new 2024 Toyota Crown now with $4,100 off TSRP. Your new Toyota is here at Thornhill.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
After the timeout, Scott has it 4th down and 13. Triple receivers near side. Single wide out to the far side. Nate Easterling will go from the gun. Single running back. Easterling takes a snap, drops back, rolls left. He's in some trouble when he goes down at the 40. They blitzed. They should have known that was coming.
It was a high snap.
It was a high snap, but
and Easterling had to kind of corral it. It was a design rollout to this near side to try to get it to one of these triple receivers down here to the near side. And because of the high snap, it kind of threw everything off, and it allowed a free rusher to come straight through, and they were able to bring down Easterling.
1st and 10, Chapmanville from their own 40. 1:01 showing on the clock here in the first half. Skyhawks lead at 14-7. Now Chapmanville goes with triple receivers. Single wide out to the near side, in motion, hands it off into the backfield, flag on the play. He will get a yard and no more. Cook on the carry, tries to carry it up the middle. Gain of a yard, flag on the play.
I think it looked like they signaled illegal shift.
It's going against Chapmanville.
Yeah, illegal
shift is the call from the official. Move it back to the 35, 1st and 15. Chapmanville showing twin receivers out to the far side. Single wide out near side. Game clock continues to roll. Now they'll show. Now they're making some changes in the lineup. Now they're confused. 5 seconds on the play clock. Chapmanville trying to get things underway. They get it off. Hand off up the middle. He gets the line of scrimmage and corralled by a host of Skyhawks led by David Fennessy. Cook on the carry once again.
Yeah, they kind of run a mini draw play, but it just goes nowhere.
And that will roll down the clock to the end of the first quarter. The score, the Scott Skyhawks 14, Chapmanville Regional Tigers 7. We'll be back with more of our BOONE Memorial halftime show after this. You're listening to Scott Skyhawk Football on WZAC, the Skyhawk Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Oh, yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
Come see us at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with third row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down Corridor G to get the best prices you'll ever see.
Lead the Chapmanville Regional Tigers by a score of 14-7. Anyway, we'll take a quick look at the scoring in the first half. The Skyhawks on the board first at 4:26 in the first quarter. Nate Easterling connected with Carson Brenniger from 44 yards. Tucker Breelove come on to kick the extra point, and Skyhawks led it 7-0. At 10:07 in the second quarter, Dakota Dalton for the Chapmanville Regional Tigers connected with Benji Atkins on a 16-yard pass play. Their kicker come on and kicked it, and the Skyhawks and Tigers were all tied up at 7. Right before that, Chapmanville tried a 40-yard field goal and missed it. Then the Skyhawks ended the scoring in the second quarter at 4:47 on an 8-yard run by David Fennessy. Tucker Breelove come on and kick the extra point, and that's where we are at the score of 14-7. Since we did not get to talk to Coach Jeremy Dolan in our pregame show, we'll have that coming up next. We're at the half, and the Skyhawks lead Chapmanville Regional by a score of 14-7. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Nathan. And Sydney here on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Check out this awesome special we have for you at Thornhill Toyota.
Get in the game with a new 2024 Toyota Crown now with $4,100 off TSRP. Your new Toyota is here at Thornhill.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what ifs.
Oh, yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
At Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
Hey, it's Sydney at Thornhill Toyota, and I've got the deal for you.
Get in the game with the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma, one of the best in resale value and hottest on the road. Now with 5.99% APR for 72 months.
Come visit us today on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
Gotta take
future filled with remarkable pay, unbeatable benefits, and unparalleled satisfaction? Imagine embarking on a journey that offers you a college-level education without the weight of debt, all while earning a steady income. Look no further than the West Virginia Building and Construction Trades Apprenticeship Programs. Join us, and together, let's build a future that's brighter and stronger. Go to actwv.org to apply today. The West Virginia Building and Construction Trades, where the future is forged.
West Virginia's only Acura dealer, Lester Raines Acura. Keeping it simple, saving you money. Lester Raines Honda. Consider Lester Raines Mazda for your next vehicle purchase.
Hi, I'm Xavier Bosley, and I'm from Charleston, West Virginia. And when I'm back home, you can catch me at my local Par-Mar store.
We have that gold and blue pride at Par-Mar stores. Download the Par-Mar stores app and sign up for our rewards cards for even more savings. West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. From gas to groceries, you'll find what you need at Par-Mar stores.
If there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
If you need a lawyer, then you need a lawyer who's in it to win it. You need Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler. We have a track record of winning millions for our clients. At Hill, Peterson, Carper, B. & Ditzler, we're in it to win it.
Field, it's halftime. Skyhawks lead the Chapmanville Regional Tigers by a score of 14-7. And now here's Chris Barrett. Let's take a look at some statistics from the first half.
We'll start off with the Chapmanville Tigers. They have ran 24 plays for 111 yards, 37 on the ground, 74 through the air, 9 penalties for 62 yards. Individually, you got the freshman quarterback Dalton, 6 of 9 for 74 yards, a touchdown. Cook, 10 carries for 32 yards. Andrew Topping, 4 catches for 30 yards, and then Benji Atkins has the 1 catch for 16 yards for a touchdown. For Scott, kind of eerily similar, actually. 28 plays, 112 yards, 40 rush, 72 through the air, 2 penalties for 24 yards. Nate Easterling, the junior quarterback, is 3 of 6 for 72 yards and a touchdown. David Fennessy, 13 carries for 51 yards, a touchdown. And Carson Brenniger, 3 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown.
And we've got a couple of, I wouldn't call them dignitaries. Doug Cox is in town. Doug is a former teacher and football coach here at Scott High School, now lives out on the other side of the country. I got to talk to Doug a little bit. He was going to join us at halftime, but because of all the confusion and the internet was out and the power was out here and there, and we wasn't able to connect up and make it happen. And also, you spotted the executive director of the SSAC here as well.
Yeah, David Price is down there. I sent him a message. He has not responded yet.
He's ignoring us.
It was a very heartfelt message, so we'll see what his reply is. But to 2 people that are very instrumental around here, Doug Cox coached here, as you said, for a long time. He was the assistant principal here whenever I was, for my 4 years at Scott High School, along with Leonard Bolton as the principal. They come in as my freshman year.
Leonard's here tonight, too.
Well, I definitely have to say hi to Leonard. Me and him are huge into the Southport madness down in North Carolina. He loves it just as much as I do. In my family. So
since we're talking about Leonard, I'm going to have to tell one on him. We were at a wedding a couple of years ago, and I got to looking, and there was a WVU game going on at the time, and I noticed Leonard sitting in the back row of this outdoor wedding venue. And during the wedding, I've got a picture of him. I can prove it. I've got evidence. He was watching the Mountaineers instead of the wedding.
Is that not allowed? Because I did the same thing at my wedding.
Oh, during the wedding?
Well, I wasn't allowed to do it during the wedding, but WV was playing that day, and it was during COVID in 2020, so we ended up having to forego our ceremony and get married on the courthouse steps. But me, Eric Harper, Chafe, who's up here, and a couple others, we were kind of in Easton Cook. We're kind of watching the Mountaineer game up until it was time for us to make our appearance on the courthouse steps in front of the Honorable William Judge Thompson.
I heard that. Taking a look at the schedule for Scott after tonight, they go on the road to Mingo Central next Friday night. Then in 2 weeks, they'll be back home for homecoming. It'll be the Logan Wildcats coming to town. Then the following week will be back-to-back home games. The Polka Dots come to town. Then they go on the road to Man, Winfield, and finish out the season here at senior night on November the 8th against Williamstown. For the Chapmanville Regional Tigers after the night, they will go on the road, or no, they'll actually be home next week against a very talented Herbert Hoover team. Then they go on the road after a week break to Wayne. Then they get Logan at home. Then they finish their final 2 games of the season against Mingo Central and Man on the roads. We'll step aside
real quick, and I would absolutely hear it if I don't do this. I know I give Chapmanville a hard time a bunch because they're the rivals.
We do.
But, however, I would definitely feel terrible if I didn't give a shout-out to 2 of my closest friends, a Scott High School graduate who is the cross-country coach at Chapmanville, is Jaron Gore. They're having a fantastic – it's a program they just brought back. He's doing a great job. And his wife, Christina, who is the girls basketball coach who just finished up a fantastic year. So shout out to both of those real quick because I know they're listening because I already heard from Jaron. So.
Okay, we'll step aside, take a quick 2-minute break. We'll be back with the second half kickoff after this. The score at the half, Chapmanville 7, Scott 14. You're listening to Scott Scout Football on WZAC, the Skyhawks Sports Network, and Video Productions.
Nathan. And Sydney here on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Check out this awesome special we have for you at Thornhill Toyota.
Get in the game with a new 2024 Toyota Crown now with $4,100 off TSRP. Your new Toyota is here at Thornhill.
Hey, Jake from State Farm.
We have to know.
Yeah, these are State Farm pajamas. No, what if we have to talk to somebody about our policy, but it's late at night? Call us 24/7.
Great. Because what if someone still calls his mom for everything?
We'll walk you through everything. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Yeah, Mom, everything's great. Yeah. I mean, not my mom.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
At Miller Brothers Pharmacy, we are dedicated to providing outstanding personalized customer service at an affordable price. We are your one-stop shop for all your pharmacy and medical needs. Our staff has over 90 years of experience, so you can count on fast, personal attention. Our pharmacy is proud to offer delivery service for your convenience with free delivery for patients within Madison and Danville city limits. Contact a member of our team about delivery today.
Hey, it's Sydney at Thornhill Toyota, and I've got the deal for you.
Get in the game with the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma, one of the best in resale value and hottest on the road. Now with 5.99% APR for 72 months.
Come visit us today on the Thornhill Motor Mile.
On the clock.
Just to mess up your rhythm.
I guess, because I was ready to go and ready for the kickoff. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about this Scott team. What are the changes they need to make, and what do they need? What's the keys to the game here in the second half?
You got to find a rhythm on offense. I mean, right now, the offensive line's kind of letting them down a little bit between the couple bad snaps that they've had, not being able to get a good push up front to create running lanes for David Fennessy. He's bailed him out a couple times with the effort that he's given, but there's just no rhythm on the offensive side of the ball, and really that's what we've seen all year. Play calling on the offensive side, you can ask any offensive coordinator, whether it's high school or up. There has to be a rhythm to it. The offense has to get into a rhythm. They have to understand, what you're trying to do. There has to be some sort of plan. And right now, we just, whether it's Scott not being able to get in a rhythm, whether they're shooting himself in the foot with penalties and getting into third and long situations behind the sticks, whatever it is, Scott just has been able to find that rhythm, except for a couple times against Independence last week. On the defensive side of the football, they're selling out for the run right now, and they're not really respecting the passing game for Chapmanville. Now, I'm not saying the passing game for Chapmanville has done much outside of the hook and ladder, varsity blues style play that they had, but they're doing enough to where Scott is stopping the run, but they're doing enough to keep Scott honest and have to play assignment football in that secondary in order to alleviate the pass. So if you're Scott on the offensive side of the ball, you got to find a rhythm, and on the defensive side of the ball, you're going to have to find the receivers. They like to spread it out, so to try to create space and mismatches. But Scott's done a really good job up front of shutting down running lanes. So, I mean, Chapmanville, they've played a really good football game. If you take out the penalties, Scott's not really done anything on the offensive side of the ball. Outside, they gave them the punt play where they ran the fake, and then Scott got short field, and they were able to capitalize on it, and that's the difference of the ball game.
So now let's reset the clock to 12 minutes and get ready to get this ball game back underway. Scott will be kicking off left to right to the Chapmanville Regional Tigers. Tucker Breelove on to kick for the Skyhawks. Chapmanville has, looks like 3 returners deep, and they got 3 in the secondary, and the rest on the line up at the 50. The buzzer is sounded, waiting on the officials. Skyhawks come out of the huddle, and we are ready to get this game back underway. 2 minutes to the hour of 9 o'clock. Breelove is almost set. Takes his steps back now. He's set and ready. Here comes Breelove. The kick is a short end-over-end kick. It's fielded by Chapmanville by number 4 at the 35-yard line. Number 4 is Alex Toney, and that's where the Tigers will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Yeah, just one of those a kind of pitching wedge type shots right there from Tucker Breedlove. It lands right around the 39-yard line, and the Chapmanville returner had to kind of wait on it to kind of come down, and that gave Scott plenty of time to get down and provide good kick coverage.
Chapmanville goes with twin receivers, far side, single wide out to the near side. Dakota Dalton will go from the gun. Drops back, rolls right, pitches out to number 7, Cook, and he is hit in the backfield for a loss on the play.
Yeah, Caden Sefton over there does a really good job of getting to Robert Cook. There was some room around that outside, and if he gets there, I think he picks up a decent little chunk of yards. It's not going to be a first down, but it puts him in second and manageable. But Sefton comes up and does a really good job of making an open field tackle and dropping him for about a 4-yard loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. 2nd down 14 now for Chapmanville. Ball back at the Chapmanville 31-yard line. Dalton calling the numbers. Now they have a player move from the left to the right side. Hands it off in the backfield. Goes into the line. Once again, it's Cook, and he is brought down immediately by Ty Mitchell. A loss of a yard on the play. So it's 3rd down and 5 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, if you're Chapmanville, this is definitely something you can't have. You've had trouble moving the ball all night. except for the one play that we had already talked about, the trick play. So putting yourself behind the sticks in a 3rd and 15 situation, your first drive out in the second half is definitely something that you don't want to see if you're Zach Belcher and that offensive side coaching staff.
Play clock at 10 for Chapmanville. They're looking at their wristbands. Play clock at 6. Dalton is ready. Takes a snap, rolls left, looks, fires a pass downfield. It is complete and dropped. He was just over. He's going to be short of the first down by a long shot, but into the hands of Andrew Topping. He just couldn't hang on to it. Went down to his knees, dropped the ball, incomplete. 4th down, 15 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think they ran that same little curl route. He sat down at about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. You're right, he would have been short. I think he's seen the linebacker, Ty Mitchell, coming out of the side of his eye, and what he tried to do is he tried to make a move to the inside before he corralled the football, and he just kind of lost track of it.
Punter standing back at his own 18-yard line. Low snap, gets the ball away. It's an end-over-end kick. It bounces at the 40, and it gets by Carson Breniger back there. He bounces around with it. He picks it up back at the 20, and he is going to actually, it is Breniger. And finally, he goes down out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Skyhawks lost a mile on that kick.
Yeah, that was one of those. It immediately hit and become a ground ball, and it was one of those end-over-end type plays. And I will say that Carson's probably not going to play shortstop for me anytime soon. So.
Anyway, Skyhawks are huddled up. Now they come out of the huddle. Play clock has not been set. They will bring 3 receivers to the near side. It will be Breniger, Bush, and Clark. Single wide out to the far side. Easterling hands it off to the lone man in the backfield. He's hit before the line of scrimmage, and he will go down for a loss. On the carry is David Fennessy.
Yeah, that time Chapmanville done a really good job of shooting the gap up front and right in between the right guard and right tackle, and gets a big tackle for a loss, bringing down David Fennessy. He had nowhere to go as soon as he got that ball. They were in a pistol formation, so he got it closer to the line of scrimmage anyway, and he was hit immediately.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down, 12. Skyhawks break out of the huddle in their all-gold uniforms. Once again, those 3 receivers come out to the near side. Single wide out far side. Easterling from the gun. Easterling, they're showing blitz. He takes a snap, looking. He's in trouble. He rolls left, looking downfield, fires one across the way, complete at the 30-yard line, and a flag on the play. On the catch is Isaiah Bush, but immediately a flag was thrown.
I think it's in the area of holding. It come from the back judge. As of right now, it's a 7-yard gain.
Penalty being marked off against Scott.
Illegal
receiver downfield, or illegal position downfield anyway. So it's 9:15 on a stop clock here in the 3rd quarter. Skyhawks up by a touchdown, 14-7. Here comes Scott out of the huddle. It'll be 2nd down and 17. Twin receivers each side of the ball. Got a man in motion. Hands it off to Breniger. Breniger turns upfield. He gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard, and that's going to be about it. Maybe 2 yards. 3rd down and 15 now for Scott.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that.
That's shocking, actually.
Take a quick jump over to the WZAC scoreboard. Williamstown beating Polka 48-0. Point Pleasant and Mingo no score. Skyhawks ready and set and ready to go. Quarterback drops, fires one downfield, complete to number 1, Braden Clark. He is up to the 30, drives forward, and he'll get to the 31. It will be 4th down and...
Should be 4th down and 6.
4th down and 4. Nice spot.
Yes, 4th down 4. Sorry. Scott's going to go for it here. No, they're punting now. Okay.
Ryan Neal on to punt for Scott, standing back at his own 20.
I was about to seriously question this play call.
4th down for the Skyhawks. Low snap. A high kick. It will bounce at the Chapmanville 40. Takes a big Scott roll down inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Great job there by Ryan Neal. That, first of all, to pick it up off the turf, the low snap, but he takes a peek up and sees that he has enough time to not rush himself and get off a really good kick right there and flip field position.
Hoover leads Sissonville 63-19, that game in the 4th quarter. Nitro leads Wayne 42-6. That game is at halftime. Philip Barber leads Elkins 14-7. And we'll take a look at some scores a little later in the broadcast. Now we're waiting on, got an official timeout here by the officials. Still not sure what's going on. Play clock's not even been set.
They're trying to reset the game clock.
Game clock's at 8:03. Play clock finally is set. Chapmanville with twin receivers. Near side, single wide out, far side. Quarterback drops back. He's under a ton of pressure. Fires downfield. It is complete. He was surrounded by 3 defenders down there. Makes the catch down at the 47-yard line. Caden Sharps finally brought him down.
Yeah, Chapmanville, they bookmarked that play from the first half. They missed a touchdown pass on that exact play right there. They come back to it here and are able to connect on this one.
Looks like we have a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 7:52 to go in the 3rd. Skyhawks up 14-7 here at Skyhawk Field.
People who are from southern West Virginia really understand the culture here, really understand each other, and have a desire to make people healthier and happier. And so when we have an understanding and appreciation for that culture, it allows us to treat our patients like family. It is because of the love these people have. It's amazing.
CAC, Danville, Madison. And now let's go back to the field. Here's the voice of the Scott Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
1st and 10 for Chapmanville. Quarterback from the gun, hands off to Cook. No, fires complete, and it is complete to number 2, Wesley Watts, out near the Chapmanville 49-yard line. Gain of 2 yards.
Scott's fortunate there that was a low throw that he had to go down and get off and go to his knee to, because that automatically made him down.
Yeah.
But he had some running room to get up the field.
Our defense is just not pursuing like they need to be. 2nd and 8 for Chapmanville. They'll go twin receivers to the far side, single wide out to the near side. Dakota Dalton, the quarterback from the gun. Skyhawks showing blitz. Handoff in the backfield, and he is nailed behind the line of scrimmage. Carson Brenniger in there making the initial stop. Ty Mitchell back there on the assist as well. Loss of 2 on the play. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that time just a really good push up front, filling that gap. It was number 51, which is for Scott.
We don't have Mason Brown.
Mason Brown. Yeah, Mason Brown. He's wearing 51 now. He done a really good job of shooting that gap and getting in there and being able to bring down the ball carrier Cook.
Here we go. Triple receivers to the far side for Tigers. Quarterback drops back, looking right. Fires one down the field. Got a man wide open. And number 11, is that Sharps over there making the stop? Actually, that was, number 11, Caden Sharps making the stop for Scott. Gain of 8 on the play. 4th down and 2 now for Chapmanville at the Scott 45-yard line, and Chapmanville going for it.
That's just that same route that Topping's been running all night, that curl route. He goes about 7-8 yards from the line of scrimmage, just sits down.
Dakota Dalton from the gun. Chapmanville set and ready. And the ball is bobbled. The quarterback is thrown down for it. Nope, he's still on his feet. He should have been thrown down for about a 5-yard sack, but he got it loose and away. Can't gain a couple of it back. But the Skyhawks will take over on downs as they'll be 4 yards short of the first down. And a flag on the play. Personal foul, face masking against the black and gold. And a Christmas gift to the Chapmanville Tigers in the form of a first down. $15-yarder too. Takes the ball down to the 33-yard line of Scott. First down, Chapmanville. Twin receivers near side. Single wide out to the far side for the black and orange. Wearing black and white tonight. Dakota Dalton goes from the gun. Cook, the running back, to his right. From the gun. Man in motion. Hand off to Cook, and he is drilled immediately. Skyhawks showing blitz once again, and they poured the juice to it. Loss of 3 on the play, second down 13.
It was a little bit of a high snap, not in the sense that he had to jump for it, but it was one of those that was kind of right above his left shoulder. So as he got it, he had to bring the ball back down to put it in the stomach of the running back, and that caused a disruption in the timing. And Cook kind of had to wait for it and gather the football, and it did, and it allowed Scott to get a good shoot through the gaps right there.
Same formation. Quarterback drops back, looking downfield. Hails one out downfield. And no flag. The receiver and defender feet kind of got tangled up inside the 5, but the ball was well overthrown, incatchable. That brings up third down 13 now for Chapmanville. Ball is at the Skyhawk 35-yard line, third down Tigers. Now they'll go trip receivers near side, single wide out to the far side. Actually, the receiver line's in tight on the far side. Dalton, the quarterback from the gun, drops back, looking to pass. Looking, fires one downfield. It's a Hail Mary against interception. Was that Brenniger that pulled that in? Carson Brenniger on the interception in the end zone. There was about 3 Skyhawks and 2 Tigers back there, and they all went up at the same time. And Carson Brenniger comes down with the interception. First and 10, Scott at their own 20. Play clock still not been set. Game clock at 4:19 to go in the third. Scott leads at 14-7. Here come the Skyhawks out of the huddle. Under center, hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy goes to the left side of the field. He'll get the line of scrimmage, and I think that's going to be all. No gain on the play. Looks like we have a Chapmanville player down. Looks like he's got a cramp. Trainer comes out to address the situation. Scott has it second down and 9. Gain of a yard on that play. Still an official timeout while they deal with the cramp on the Chapmanville player. Take a look at the WZAC scoreboard. In Class AA, Roane County leads Braxton County 36-0 at the half. Frankfort leads North Garrett, Maryland 45-14, that game in the fourth quarter. Moorfield leads Petersburg 41-7, that game in the third quarter. Independence and Bluefield has moved their game to Saturday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. South Harrison leads Clay County 22-7. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. 2nd down and 9. Easterling under center. Double handoff. And coming out of there is Brenniger with the ball. He's across the 35-40. Stops, singles. Oh, and he just juked out a Chapmanville player. Still on his feet at the Chapmanville 40. Inside, they finally catch up and bring him down. I mean, he just juked that boy to the ground.
Yeah, had a stop and go situation right here, right around midfield. And because of that, he's able to pick up about 15 more yards. But a good job there by Carson Brenniger.
And another Chapmanville player down back at the 35-yard line with cramps. So we have another official timeout with an injured Chapmanville player.
Yeah, it's a 44-yard carry for Carson Brenniger. But again, all made up by that little stop and go that he did on the Chapmanville defender in order to pick up 15 more yards after the he was initially touched.
And the player gets up and walks off the field. That'll be number 80. Several games NCAA moved to tomorrow. Point Pleasant at Mingo Central. That game has been moved to 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. Oak Glen and Berkeley Springs game has been moved to tomorrow as well. And, yeah, I don't think you could beat the weather tonight. Still a little windy out, but other than that.
The southern part of the state was heavily affected by that downpour.
Yes, they were.
Believe me, I've dealt with it at work.
Scott receivers go twin receivers, both sides of the ball. Easterling drops back, fires one down the field. He has got number 1 wide open into the end zone. It's a touchdown, right, beautifully thrown in the hands of Braden Clark.
Yeah, that time they Chapmanville bit on the underneath route. Looked like they were going to try to go to Carson Brenniger, and they forget all about Braden Clark down this near sideline. And Nate Easterling delivers an absolute beautiful ball. Braden Clark's able to catch it in stride and just get inside that front pylon for a touchdown.
That was good for 35 yards.
35 yards.
And Tucker Breelove on to kick for Scott once again. Cole Elkins, the holder. Mason Brown, the long snapper. The ball is back. The ball's down. The kick is away. It is good. I was looking at the wrong official back here. So Breelove was 3 for 3 on the extra points tonight. So Scott jumps out to a 21-7 lead after that 35-yard pass play from Nate Easterling to Braden Clark.
And real quick, for all you baseball fans in this
let's get the baseball out. Go ahead.
Detroit Tigers into the playoffs. They clinched tonight. That's huge.
First time in 75 years.
It's been a long bit, but it's just a remarkable turnaround there as they are the hottest team in baseball right now.
I thought that was the Cleveland Guardian. They've been pretty hard as well. Anyway, Tucker Breelove on to kick for Scott.
Tell you who's not hot, Cincinnati Reds.
You got that right. Well, they got rid of their manager, so they'll rebuild once again.
That needed to happen 3 years ago.
Yeah, really. Here comes Breelove, the kick. It's a short chipping shot. It's touched by, and it's fumbled. Scott falls on it. It's a Scott Skyhawk football at the 36-yard line of Chapmanville. Beautifully executed by Tucker Breelove. They tapped the ball, then they couldn't find the handle on it, and Scott pounces on it for the fumble recovery. Scott gets the ball at the Chapmanville 37-yard line.
Skyhawks, first down.
So Skyhawks huddle up, and here comes the Gold Rush out of the huddle. Play clock at 13 and rolling. Twin wideouts far side, single receiver near side. Easterling from the gun. Takes a snap, hands it off to Fennessy. And a flag downfield stops the clock. motion against the Tigers. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5 now for Scott at the Tiger 32-yard line. Scott comes out of the huddle. Twin receivers far side in the form of Bush and Breniger. Quarterback drops back, throws down this way once again. It is Bush, and Bush pulls it in for the touchdown.
Braden Clark.
It was a Clark, and that was a 32-yard pass play. No touchdown?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Wow. It was a beautifully thrown ball right pretty much on the money.
It was just a little underthrown, and Clark had to work back, and that gave the defender enough time to kind of undercut him just enough to where he wasn't able to cleanly catch the football.
2nd down 5. Scott goes 3 receivers to the near side this time. Easterling hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy up the middle's got some room across the 25 down to the 20. That will be another Scott 1st down as they'll move the sticks. They will spot the ball at the 20, just inside the 20, 19 and a half. 1st down Scott. Here they come out of the huddle.
13-yard pickup for David Fennessy.
Twin receivers near side. Single wide out to the far side. Fennessy from the gun. Fennessy takes the snap. Hands it off to Fennessy. Fennessy spins, goes left. He's still on his feet. I can't believe there's not a whistle. They get that boy fired up, he'll run through them like a dose of salt. Loss of 5 on the play. You know, they call safety, safety, safety. Not sure I agree that was a safety call. 2nd down 15 now for Scott. Single wide out to the near side is Clark. Breniger lines up to the near side as well. Easterling drops back, wants to pass, fires one to the near side, complete into the hands of Breniger. He stops, shakes. He's still on his feet, spins, goes down to the 11-yard line where they finally take him out of bounds. And looks like we have another Chapmanville player injured down on the Scott sideline. Looks like number 84 for the Tigers. He looks like he's in some pain. And we will have a timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 1-minute timeout. 2:03 to go in the 3rd quarter. Scott leads Chapmanville 21-7 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brad Austin, attorney at Wolf Williams in Austin. You know, Joe Wolf's been representing coal miners and disabled folks for over 45 years. Our team of attorneys have over 200 years of combined legal experience. Navigating federal black lung, Social Security, or workers' compensation can be a long and difficult process. Let us help.
Wolf Williams and Austin, attorneys at law. Call 304-461-7744.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the dealers are heating up. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment, have a down payment that's just $99, and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Let's get back to the action. Here is the voice of the Scott Skyhawks, Joe Linville.
Back at Skyhawk Field, the injured player got off and is being assisted by a couple coaches across the way. He's almost back to the Chapmanville sideline. It will be 3rd down and 7 for the Skyhawks. The ball at the Chapmanville 15-yard line. Easterling from the gun, drops back, wants to pass. Got a man open in the middle. It is tipped and deflected and incomplete.
Yeah, that was he threw it behind Isaiah Bush over there, who was running a little post route, a dig route. over the middle, and because of that, it allowed Caleb Burford to come up and make a really good play on the football.
It is 4th down now for Scott. Ball is spotted at the 16-yard line. Play clock at 18 and turning. Here comes Scott out of the huddle. Play clock at 10. Sharps lines up wide to the far side, and we have a timeout on the field with 1:58 to go in the third quarter. Skyhawks lead at 21-7 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Nathan. And Sydney here on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Check out this awesome special we have for you at Thornhill Toyota.
Get in the game with a new 2024 Toyota Crown now with $4,100 off TSRP. Your new Toyota is here at Thornhill.
The Southern Pineapple in downtown Madison is your choice for women's clothing and accessories. They have styles that fit all ages, along with local handmade jewelry. From elegant to everyday wear, the Southern Pineapple is your place to shop. Find us on Facebook, subscribe to our page, so you can see all the latest products and inventory. Come and shop at our unique boutique and be sweet.
Ball at the Chapmanville 16-yard line. Skyhawks going for it. They'll line up triple receivers far side. Single wide up to the near side. And Scott jumps over there as Mr. Isaiah Bush is almost to the end zone, and the ball was never snapped. So that'll cost Scott 5 yards. Easterling will come back over and talk to Coach Dolan and get the play. Now they'll bring triple receivers near side, single wide out to the far side. Easterling from the gun. Easterling takes his snap, drops back, looks left, looks right, and he is going to throw downfield. It is out of bounds. It's caught. Nice catch down there by Braden Clark, but he's out of bounds. It will be incomplete, and the possession goes to the Chapmanville Regional Tigers.
Yeah, Easterling, he kind of got pushed from the pocket and had to come over to this near side, was running out of real estate, so he just kind of threw it up into traffic right there, threw it out of bounds, a safe throw. Clark does come up with it, but he was landed about 3 or 4 yards out.
Yeah, I don't think he was that far out. He was out of bounds, but tried to make it look interesting as well. 1:56 to go in the third quarter. Skyhawks lead at 21-7. Chapmanville has the ball. They will line up at their own 21-yard line. Dakota Dalton, the quarterback. Set and ready. Takes a snap. Rolls right. Under some pressure. He's going down. And that should be a flag. No flag. He threw the ball down literally as he was going down. There's a flag, late flag. The head official threw the flag. He'll come over. Intentional grounding against Chapmanville. That'll be half the distance to the goal line. That will move the ball back to the...
Should be the 5 because the foul occurred at the 10.
It will be 2nd down and 2 miles for Chapmanville. 2nd down and 26. Dakota Dalton stands on the goal line. Drops back, wants to pass, fires one down the field. It is. Scott says intercepted. The official says incomplete.
Yeah, Tom Mitchell come up with it, but I think the ball did hit the turf as he was trying to wrestle it away.
Stops the game clock at 1:25. Chapmanville now has 3rd down and 26. Wind continues to blow here at Scout Field. Play clock at 7 and turning. Chapmanville set and ready. And a flag, delay a game.
It's not delay a game.
Yeah, it is.
Too many men on the field for Scott, I think. Is it delay a game? There's 14 seconds on the play
Delay
clock
of
over
game.
here.
No.
This play clock's messed up.
It
Okay.
must be because I was watching this one down here, and it was a delay of game. Half the distance to the goal is the penalty for Chapmanville. It'll be 3rd down and 28 now.
28 and a half because it'll be down to the 2.5 yard line.
Might as well say the length of an airstrip. Play clock still has not been reset. Still waiting on the officials. Gee whiz. What are we doing? Free timeout?
I think Chapmanville's trying to make the argument that there was still 14 seconds on this play clock over here.
Yeah. They had all kinds of time. They ought to know that. They are set and ready. 3rd and 28. Dalton drops back, looking to pass, fires one across the way. It is intercepted by Scott. Intercepted over there by none other than number 0, Isaiah Bush.
Yeah, just overthrown ball right into the waiting hands of Isaiah Bush. Done a real good job. They had bracket coverage on the receiver over there. They were trying to hit him on the boundary over there, and he just overthrew it.
So Skyhawks now have the ball 1st and 10 at the Chapmanville Regional, looks like 18. Actually, the 17. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. Triple receivers near side. And Fennessy comes running off the field. Easterling set. Play clock still has not been set. .108 on the clock. Skyhawks ready. 1st and 10. Easterling drops back, fires a pass across the way. It is complete on the far side of the field to Carson Brenniger. He's inside the 10. They will mark it. That looks like they're going to mark it at the 11. Gain of 6 on the play, 2nd down 4. 101 on the stop clock. Skyhawks send twin receivers to each side of the line. Easterling from the gun.
False start on Scott.
And Scott will be penalized 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and at least 9. Be 2nd and 9 now for Scott. Shoot me in the foot. Bang, bang, bang. That was the way first half went last week.
It feels like we should have 250 combined penalty yards at this point.
Yeah, man, it's a long game. 9:34. We've been going 2 hours. Triple receivers to the near side. Single wide out far side. Easterling from the gun. Got a man in motion. Pitches back to Carson Brenniger. Brenniger got some room. Turns inside at the 10. Turns inside at the 5. Dives into the end zone. And touchdown, Carson Brenniger. An 18-yard touchdown run. Actually, no, 16-yard touchdown run.
I didn't think they were going to give it to him.
I didn't think they were either. Scott.
First personal foul, Scott. Coming back.
So Carson Brenniger carries it in. No.
Penalty.
Oh. I thought it was after the touchdown. Good grief, Scott. So instead of a touchdown, that'll bring the ball back second and a mile. It's like second about 12. Ball at the 27-yard line. Fennessy takes a snap, drops back, wants to pass, fires one downfield, complete to number 1, Braden Clark. And they take him out of bounds. They threw him out of bounds after they had him out of bounds. No flag. The official was standing right there. They threw him down hard. Wow. That moves the ball down to the 27-yard line. First and 15. Actually, third and 15, I'm sorry. Twin receivers each side. Nate Easterling from the gun, drops back, wants to pass. Fires a pass across the way, complete to Brenniger, and a flag on the play. Flag on the play, and it was thrown right at two Skyhawks out there all by themselves. And they're going to bring that one back. Holding against Scott. 5 yards forward and 20 yards back. Now the official marks off the 10-yard penalty. They'll spot the ball at the 32-yard line. Third down.
25.
And 25. Twin wideouts each side. Easterling drops back, looks, fires one downfield. He's got Bush, and he was tripped. And there goes the flag. 2 flags. Bush looking like he was going to be dead set to catch it.
Well, actually, Scott's fortunate because I think that's an intercepted pass right there by the safety.
Are you for Scott or Chapmanville?
I'm just saying. We're fortunate. That's intercepted if they don't run into each other.
Flag on the play.
You got to call a spade a spade.
26.7 seconds on the clock. Third and 10 now for Scott. Skyhawks out of the huddle, twin receivers each side of the ball. Bush goes in motion, flips back to Brenniger. Brenniger looking for a hole, gets outside, turns upfield at the 10, has the first down, steps out of bounds inside the 10 down around the 8-yard line. Actually needed to get to the 8. He jumped forward and gets down to, looks like the 6-yard line. First and goal from the 6. Skyhawk receivers go twin receivers each side of the ball. Easterling goes from the gun. Hands it off to Brenniger. Brenniger inside. He zips in back and forth. Still on his feet, gets down to around the 2-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 3. That was the gain of... That was a gain of... 3. Okay. And it looks like we are going to run out of time here in the third quarter. The score, Scott 21, Chapmanville 7. You're listening to Black and Gold Football on WZAC and the Skyhawks Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Brad Austin, attorney at Wolf Williams in Austin. You know, Joe Wolf's been representing coal miners and disabled folks for over 45 years. Our team of attorneys have over 200 years of combined legal experience. Navigating federal black lung, Social Security, or workers' compensation can be a long and difficult process. Let us help.
Wolf Williams and Austin, attorneys at law. Call 304-461-7744.
It's that time of year again when things start to cool down. But here at Yes Chevy and Yes Ford, the dealers are heating up. I'm Keith Powell, and I want to help you lower your current monthly payment Have a down payment that's just $99 and get a lifetime warranty with fast and easy credit approval. That's right, don't freeze up over huge down payments. You can ride away for just $99 today. Get pre-approved at KeithSaysYes.com. Only at Yes Chevy in Hurricane and Yes Ford in Huntington.
Z92 Country.
Turn it up loud.
Ready to head into quarter number 4. Scott has the ball on the Chapmanville 2-yard line. It will be 2nd and goal for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. Easterling from the gun. Calls the snap. Hands it off to Brenniger. Brenniger sidesteps inside. And it's going to be a 3-yard touchdown run by Carson Brenniger.
Yeah, just an inside handoff right there, and Carson does a good job of letting the hole develop, let the line get their blocks, and he just kind of dances around there for a second and then is able to kind of shoot through the one gap right there in order to get into the for a touchdown.
Looks like Breelove is on to kick the extra point or attempt the extra point. Cole Elkins, the holder, is set. Snap is back. Kick is away. Looks good from here. It is good. Breelove. See, 4 for 4 now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kick is good for Scott. They jump out to a 28-7 lead over the Chapmanville Regional Tigers. Scott will be kicking from our right to left. Breelove on to kick for Scott. He'll be kicking from, obviously, the 40. Chapmanville has 3 return men back deep inside the 15. 3 inside the 35, and the rest up on the line at near midfield. Last time Breelove kicked, it was I guess it was kind of an onside kick. Skyhawks recovered the loose ball. Scott ready to kick. Here comes Breelove. The kick is this time a high end over end kick, and it is fielded at the 12. Up across the 15, 20. They go left and they bring him out of bounds over around the 30-yard line. And another flag. Was that number 3 or 2? Number 2. That would have been Wesley Watts on the return, but a flag after the play. And still waiting on the officials. Apparently it's going to be against Scott. Personal foul, Scott. $15 yards. That will give Chapmanville the ball at their own 43. Well, we've seen our fair share of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties tonight for sure.
Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of running.
Yeah, come Monday. Scott showing blitz, quarterback, empty backfield. Here comes Dakota. He comes this way, and it's complete at the 35, and he goes out of bounds. Oh, my goodness gracious, what a spot. All the way down. Looked like he went out about the 30. They spotted at the 27 of Scott.
That was a perfectly thrown ball there.
It was.
That's a lot of encouragement if you're on that Chapmanville sideline. The freshman quarterback rolling to his right makes a throw on the move and delivers a really good ball to number 3, Austin Adkins.
Empty backfield once again. Quarterback drops back, looking left. Throws one downfield. Got a man open. Flags all over the field, and that may be a late hit on Scott. And there's another flag. Holding against Chapmanville. Well, I'm kind of surprised on that one. Anyway, they move the ball back to the Scott 37-yard line. It'll be first down and 20. Dalton, the quarterback, empty backfield, throws one away.
I think he was expecting his receiver
to
run a little curl route or a comeback route, and he ran a go route.
Yeah, he was way down the field.
It was number 3, Austin Atkins, was the intended receiver.
Brings up second down and 20 now for Chapmanville. That may be second and 19, and that's second and 20. Close enough. Game clock stops at 11:30. 7:27 to 28 to score. Quarterback drops back. He's under a ton of pressure. He will go down for a sack. Ty Mitchell back here. Also Mason Brown in on the tackle. That was a joint effort by those two defenders, and they put him down all the way back at the 46-yard line.
I don't know the play call there, but I think the offensive line may have thought that was supposed to be a screen play because, I mean, immediately the offensive line rolls out to the left and gives the entire Scott defensive line a clear path to the quarterback. And the quarterback, he's dropping back to deliver the ball down the field. And as you've seen on video productions, it was just nowhere to go for the freshman quarterback, Dalton.
Quarterback drops back. He's rolling right. Throws again to the near side. And incomplete. Pass intended for number 11, Andrew Toppings. Fourth down, Chapmanville.
Yeah, rolling to his right. Just didn't get his feet set. Had an open receiver right there. And you can argue that it was kind of a little bit catchable ball, but leading him out of bounds. And just wasn't able to get an accurate throw off right there. Would have been well short of the first down.
Fourth down and a mile for Chapmanville. And it's over the quarterback's head or the punter's head. He just falls on the ball back at the 30, and that's where Scott will put it in play. First and 10 from the Chapmanville 30-yard line. This is just one of those games kind of like Scott's been having, but now it's going against Chapmanville. Can't do anything right. Everything's going south.
Yeah, up until the last
series, really.
6 minutes of this football game, I mean, Chattanooga's played a good football game, especially with the way as many injuries that they got and the backups that they have in. You know, there's been signs of encouragement for Chapmanville. These last couple, about 6 minutes has just kind of been backbreakers for them.
Scott has it first and 10, Chapmanville 30-yard line. Twin running backs, single wideouts. Handoff in the backfield to number 12 for the Skyhawks, Caden Sutphin. He will go forward. Well, now they bring the sticks back. Is there a flag?
I think so. But
must be. Oh, yep, flag on the field. It's going to go against Scott. There's 5. 10-yard penalty against Scott. Never did see him signal.
Holding.
Holding, okay. First and 20 now for Scott. Ball back at the Chapmanville 40-yard line. 10-15 on a turning clock here in the fourth quarter. Same formation for Scott. Hands off once again. Up the middle. And on the carry was Sutphin once again for Scott. Gained 3. Second down and 17. Actually, yeah, second down 17. Same formation for the Skyhawks. 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Hands off once again. No. And it's complete to Bush. Down just outside the 25-yard line at the 26. So that'll move the ball down to where Scott will have third down and 6. Skyhawks come out of the huddle. Same formation for the Skyhawks once again. Easterling fires pass complete to Brenninger. He's down the near side. He sidesteps 2 Tigers, and they take him out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Now we have another Tiger down. I think he's got cramps on the Scott sideline down around the 15-yard line. Now he gets up and trying to shake it off on his own. And that will give Scott a first down.
Yeah, it's a 12-yard pickup for Carson Brenninger on the play. Again, just a swing pass trying to get him out into space. They send him in motion and then immediately throw the ball out to him to get him out in space.
Ball just inside the Chapmanville 15-yard line. Same formation for the Skyhawks. Brenninger moves over to outside. Sutphin spins off 1 or under 1, gets inside the 15. They actually had him wrapped up pretty much behind the line of scrimmage. He turns and gain of 1.
Have another Tiger down right where the ball is spotted.
Oh, I see him now, yeah. So we have an official timeout on the field. Seems like the cramps are really bugging the Tigers tonight.
Well, with the humidity in the air, I'm sure that it is hard to stay hydrated as much as these kids play both sides of the football. And I'm sure the humidity, and as much as it rained today, it's definitely hotter than what it may feel. And down there on the field, it's probably getting to the point where cramps are really hitting. Yeah, 68% humidity.
Yeah. And we've had nothing but rain for, the last 4 or 5 days.
Seems like it's been 2 months.
Yeah, I know. Well, we needed it.
I'm
not complaining.
We 100% needed it.
So the officials are still attending to the players shaking up down on the field. Midland Trail leads Summers County 24-12, that game in the third quarter. Liberty Harrison leads Grafton 28-14, that game in the third quarter. I think these are some old scores. And the player is up, being assisted off the field by a couple coaches. Yeah, now we got some finals. Roane County over Braxton County, 43-8. Frankfort knocks off North Garrett, Maryland, 45-14. Moorfield knocks off Petersburg, 47-14. Williamstown over Polka, 48-0. Skyhawks now huddle up. Second down and 9. Ball at the Chapmanville 13-yard line. Skyhawks once again, same formation, send the receiver out wide each side. Caden Sutphin and Carson Brenninger lined up at the halfback positions. Scott, this burning clock, 8 minutes to go in the ball game. 10 seconds on the play clock. Scott ready to go. And complete inside to Braden Clark, and a Scott touchdown.
Yeah, that time they just threw a simple slant pattern out there. They fake the handoff. They send Brenninger out in motion like they've thrown that swing pass several times. Easterling glances that way to kind of draw the attention to bring her just a little bit, and comes back to that inside slant pattern to Braden Clark, and delivers a catchable ball to him, and he's able to catch it around the 1-2 yard line and then able to get into the end zone.
7:49 on the clock here left in the ball game. Tucker Breelove on the kick. Attempt the extra point. Elkins the holder. The snap is back. The ball is down. The kick is away. It is good. Breelove 5 for 5.
That's kind of a low snap. A great job there by Elkins to be able to get that and get it down for Tucker Breedlove, because he was a little early arriving to that the point of where the kick was, and just a great job there by Elkins of getting that down.
So the Skyhawks jump out to a 35-7 lead after a struggling first half, only led 14-7 at the half. Was that good for 13 yards?
Yes, 13 yards.
Okay. And Breelove will kick from the right side of the field. I didn't mention it earlier, but Skyhawks had a good crowd out tonight considering the rain and the weather we had today. And it was pretty much a full capacity on the stands. Chapmanville brought quite a few fans over. Breelove set and ready. Here comes the kick. It is a high end over end kick. It is dropped by Chapmanville. It rolls inside the 10. He comes up across the 15, and they wrap him up at the 21, 22-yard line, send him backwards. And the official says he got to looks like a 23.
Really fortunate to get there, honestly.
Yeah. First and 10, Chapmanville. They will send 2 wideouts. Play clock just getting started. They got plenty of time on the play clock. Twin receivers to the near side. Single wide out to the far side. Dalton takes it, hands it off, runs into a wall back at the line of scrimmage.
He squirts through, though, and ends up getting about 2 or 3 yards.
Robert Cook on the carry for Chapmanville. Second down, 7. Tigers set and ready. Fennessy showing a rush and a fumble in the backfield. Quarterback falls on it. But it will be a loss on the play of about 4.
About 5. It's back to about the 22-yard line, I believe.
Okay. They will spot it, yes, at the 22. Third down and 11 now for Chapmanville. They'll come out of the huddle. They'll send 3 receivers. No twin receivers near side. Twin receivers far side. Dakota Dalton takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and he got out of that one. He fires one down the field, and he'll throw it away. There was 2 Skyhawks all over him back there, and he just sidestepped out of the way. And
that was a really good job of pocket awareness right now, right there. He's seen there was two Skyhawks untouched on the blitz, and he does a good job of just sidestepping and then stepping back up in the pocket to gain a little bit of pocket protection, and then just couldn't find anything down the field.
Punter stands back at his own 10-yard line. Snap is back. Punt is away. It will be, nope, and they'll let it bounce. It will be fielded by Scott's Braden Clark. Coming to the near side across the 50, 45, still on his feet at the 40. And they bring him down and finally take him out of bounds inside the 35, down around the 32, 33. I'm waiting on a spot here. Looks like a 33 is where they're going to spot it. It'll be first down, Scott. 6:03 remains on the clock.
If I'm Coach Dolan, I'm getting some of these reserve guys in, but looks like they're going to keep the first team offense on the field, except for the new quarterback.
Yep, looks like Cole Elkins will be stepping into the lineup in place of Nate Easterling. You know, Easterling, a former Chapmanville player, I'm surprised they didn't key on him a little more tonight. Brenniger in motion. Handoff to Brenniger. Brenniger goes right, turns up the middle of the field, inside the 30, inside the 25. Gain of about 9.
11.
Oh, gain of 11. So we'll pick up the first down and move the sticks. And looks like we got another Tiger down with cramps.
That was more of a traditional jet sweep right there, bringing Carson Brenniger in motion from the slot position over here on this near side, and they run that more traditional jet sweep than the quick touch pass that we've seen them run several times with Carson Brenniger.
We got an official timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. 5:53 to go in the ball game. And, well, let's just keep it here. Now he's up, and he's holding his lower back like maybe he has a stinger or something. That is number 17, Austin Killen, making his way to the sidelines. Killen, a sophomore, 6 foot, 170-pound defensive back. Skyhawks lead the game 35-7.
Bye, buddy. You have a good night, all right? You been in there drinking Kool-Aid and you didn't give us any?
First and 10, Scott.
It is now a rolling clock, a running clock here.
Cole Elkins, the quarterback.
With the run play, I should say, not because of the score.
I was scratching my head on that one. Brenniger lines up wide to the far side. Caden Sutphin, the running back. Skyhawks just letting the clock run. Now Brenniger comes back to the near side as though. Now Brenniger goes in motion. Hands off to Sutphin. Sutphin starts up the middle, cuts back to the left, and turns upfield inside the 20. Looks like they're going to spot it down around the 18. Actually, 18 and a half. Second down and 6. Gain of 4 on the play. Skyhawks, second down and 6. Up the middle, flag on the play. Caden Sutphin, the ball carrier. A flag on the play goes against Scott. Now the penalty holding marked off against Scott. Brings the ball back to the Chapmanville 34. It'll be second down and 20. Looks like second down about 23. Skyhawks will send a receiver out wide to the east side of the field. 2 running backs. Cole Elkins calling signals for Scott. Takes the snap, hands it off to Sutphin. Sutphin goes right, turns upfield, midfield, across inside the 30. That's where he's brought down at the 30. So it'll be 3rd down and 16 for Scott. Actually, 3rd down and 17. Third down, 17 for the Skyhawks. Ball at the Chapmanville 30. Snap back to Elkins. Hands off to Suffin. Suffin turns upfield inside the 30, and that's all he's going to get. Now it's 4th down, Scott. Scott is burning clock with 3:08 on the clock to go in the ball game. Skyhawks lead this one 35-7. Play clock at 20. And I would say Scott's going to let the clock run and take a timeout. Play clock at 6. And the Skyhawks are going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:42 to go in the ball game. Skyhawks lead the Chapmanville Regional Tigers 35-7 here on the Skyhawks Sports Network.
My name is Natalie Browning. I was recently a patient at BOONE Memorial Health. I would absolutely recommend BOONE Memorial Health to anyone that needed any type of care. When I came to the hospital and saw people that I graduated with, people that we had went to church with, people that I had known forever taking care of me, gave me a sense of security like no other, that they had my best interest in mind, and they were there to take care of me because they knew me personally. That's care that you cannot get at any other place. And that is truly what bringing medicine home means.
Come see us at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Danville, where Jeep Adventure Days are in full swing. We've got great deals on all of our new Jeeps, and we've got over 100 in stock. Like a brand new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee L with 3rd row seating for only $38,650. Plus, Wranglers, they're all on sale, up to $13,000 below MSRP. So come see us for Jeep Adventure Days at Stevens Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, just minutes from Charleston down.
ThornhillToyotaWV.com. Every fan, every team, every season, go Thornhill. As well as all offers through Toyota Financial. See Thornhill for full details.
And the Skyhawks score a touchdown on 4th down and long from the 30-yard line. It was a pass from Cole Elkins into Isaiah Bush for the touchdown. 30-yard pass play with 2:33 showing on a 4th quarter clock. Tucker Breelove on to attempt the point after. Snap is back. Oh, and low click, and the kick will be no good. So the Skyhawks jump out to a 41-7 lead over Chapmanville Regional after a 30-yard pass play from Cole Elkins to Isaiah Bush. Scott will kick off from our right to left in this marathon ball game. It's been a day and a half. Rained all morning, had some wind in the region. A lot of power outages caused a lot of network and power issues. We didn't even think we were going to get the game on the air tonight. But our studio engineer made her way and found out the power was off at the tower, met the Appalachian power trucks headed that way, and they got us on in time to get the game on. Breelove will be kicking from our right to left. End over end kick. It bounces at the 15, rolls inside the 10. It's picked up by the Tigers. Across 15, 20, still on his feet. Goes down. They finally stop him inside the 30. And he's wrapped up by a whole host of Scout players. On the return for Chapmanville is number 5. And I don't even have a number 5 on my roster. Chapmanville will have the ball at their own 30. 2:22 remains in the ball game. .23 seconds on the play clock. Twin receivers each side of the field for the Tigers. And after they run out there, they want to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 2:22 to go in the ball game. Scott 41, Chapmanville 7 here on the Sky.
My name is Natalie Browning. I was recently a patient at BOONE Memorial Health. I would absolutely recommend BOONE Memorial Health to anyone that needed any type of care. When I came to the hospital and saw people that I graduated with, people that we had went to church with, people that I had known forever taking care of me, gave me a sense of security like no other, that they had my best interest in mind, and they were there to take care of me because...
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there for your next insurance.
Been a betting man out of timeout. They actually ran a play, gained 3 yards on the play, 2nd down and 7 now for Chapmanville. They moved the ball up to the 33-yard line. Chapmanville comes out of the huddle, 2nd and 7, 1:50 on the game clock and rolling. Plenty of time on the play clock. Got a man in motion, goes back to the quarterback, stops. Actually, the quarterback takes a snap, hands off, got some running room across the 35, brought down by a host of Skyhawks. Carry the ball was number 25, Cooper Perry. Up to the Chapmanville 40, 1st down, Tigers. Got a man in motion. Oh, and it's shot over the quarterback's head on the snap. He goes back, dives on it inside the 20. That ball was shot back here like a rocket. Second down and 30 for Chapmanville. Tigers come out of the huddle. Last play of the game. Twin receivers both sides. And they will take a delay of game penalty, actually a motion penalty. That will stop the clock with 17.9 seconds. And clock is rolling. Chapmanville comes out of the huddle. 10 seconds. Chapmanville's going to try to get off, make a play. Quarterback coming to the near side, gets around the outside at the 20. He's brought down. Back there by number 10 for the Skyhawks. Making the tackle was Blaine Kuhn. And that'll be the ball game. Skyhawks win this one by a score of 41-7. Both teams out congratulating each other.